How to Swing Correctly in August 6 by Atheno. I like Atheno a lot. Let's get to it.
When to swing. Is that what y'all want to learn today? How to swing? I bet. Let's do how to swing. You want to learn how to swing? Swinging in Siege, first of all, it means that you just aggressively take a gunfight on someone or you peek someone to try and take them out. Now, obviously, you don't play aggressive all the time. You gotta, like, kind of play passive at first and then choose the right moment to swing. Basically, what helps to have a better swing is obviously know how to wide swing angles, which means to
I did get better at swinging
kind of like
learning how to do that, so that's why I want to watch this video.
At the same time. Oh, actually, that's a bad explanation. But that's literally how simple it is. Like this. Okay, that guy's. So like here. Oh fuck. All right, so this mirror could be a good example here, right? C4. So I'm Goyo fired, so this would be a perfect guy to swing. I use a flashbang, push in. I have one we're going to use actually. So let's see, this guy's prone. I'm gonna throw a deep flash. Throw another close one. What the fuck?
Sheesh.
He's in the vault as well. I don't need to peek here actually. Just plant. Okay, we're gonna swing. Oh my god.
Op 4 last operator standing.
He's behind the bar.
The diffuser is now secured.
I see his little head, bro. There we go.
Wow.
Actually,
Nice
no.
shots.
It is that simple. It's just walking at the enemy and shooting them. But a lot of players overcomplicate it because they like strafe in and out. They're like, do I take this gunfight? Do I not? And they'll throw like 5 flashbangs. They'll like drone it, but then they don't fully commit. And then now they're out of utility. Being good at swinging and taking gunfights is just committing. You have to full commit if you are going to do something in this game. Because if you don't, then you're just gonna, get punished by another player who's gonna commit more than you. So if you watch like a lot of Pro League or LATAM, the way they take gunfights and stuff is like, bro, they just be full committing to their.
That's true.
To their swings, and eventually they catch an enemy off guard, or like they're the one to land the first few bullets because they have peeker's advantage. That's why you always want to be moving in the gunfights, because if you have peeker's advantage, then obviously you have the advantage over the gunfight, and you got to see them a little bit faster. And obviously, the most important thing is like your positioning too. Like you can't just wide swing everything. You can't just go to the most contested part of the map. Like if they're upstairs, right? They're aviator. If I just try to like walk in sight, like walk in study and just swing everything, it's obviously not gonna work, right? You gotta have to find the right timing. Gotta use your drones to spot out any kind of like indifferences in the defense. Like you see how I'm not like just crouching around, I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I should push this or not, or I don't know if I should push this or not. Like you gotta like just walk, no crouching, unless it's situational. So you see how right now I'm playing very passive. I'm not swinging everything because I need information. Okay, now I can pre-fire this guy.
You have dropped the diffuser.
Okay. You can break this in a second. Is anyone in the study? No one in the study. Wait, what? That guy's just everywhere, I guess. Okay, so I could flashbang. Where's the diffuser, though? Can you come plant? All right, I'm gonna cover him. Oh god, that was probably a bad flash by me. It's fine though. So I held a very small angle right there, and when I see him move, that's when I swing out and shoot. But you see, I'm always like waiting for the slightest inconvenience. I'm fully in cover right now, and I'm only gonna peek when I have the advantage. Otherwise, I stay very safe. I don't just walk in sight. Okay.
Op 4 last operator standing.
I traded. So having information is very key when you're trying to wide swing or swing, right? Now people be asking like, what's the difference between just like regular playing aggressive and taking regular gunfights and the term swinging? Well, if you think about it, a swing is a very like, it's like think about it like a kid's swing, right? It's a very wide motion. There's nothing safe about it. So like if you want to cause lethal, you have to expose yourself to lethal. Like what they
Locate
said
a
with the
bomb.
Blackbeard rework. I think kind of like the terminology with the new Blackbeard rework is actually a pretty good example of that. Like most of the time you're just behind your shield, right? You don't really kind of take any risks. But then like when you decide if information to swing, let's say your enemy's running away, or maybe you know you got some sort of like reason to swing them, then you obviously put your gun down. But think about it like also like a predator trying to pounce on
seconds to
something,
insertion.
like a fucking tiger or a lion. Like that lion be playing like
seconds
hella
before
passive in
insertion.
the jungle for the most part. By the tiger, right? They just be kind of lurking around. They droning around the jungle for like info. And then when they get a sound cue on like a deer or something like that, then that's when they wide swing the deer. Okay. You know what?
I mean, that's a good
I'll push study. Why not? Just pack
good
Onami.
metaphor there.
That's crazy. All right, again, like I'm a tiger right now. I'm looking for a reason to pounce right now. Is there any deer nearby that
I mean,
need
I can
to
remember that.
hunt down? Don't see any at the moment.
That's a good,
Again, just keep
way
looking
to
for a reason.
about it.
Pounce. Wait, are they below? I just realized they're below. Oh, they were trophy the entire time. It's all right. We can make some vert now. I think he's flanking us. Wait, why is my camera not going to the other one?
Flash out!
Must defuse the diffuser. Op 4 last stop standing.
It was gonna drop.
The diffuser
Where
has
is
been
he?
secured.
So I'm playing passive to hear a sound cue.
W.
Yeah. So you see how like I'm very slow right here, but then when I hear a sound cue, then I expose myself to lethal to obviously kill him. So like if you can't really explain the reason
What?
why you were
I'm
pushing
I'm-
aggressive,
I'm
then it was
catching.
probably a bad
I'm
swing. It's
catching.
probably too aggressive. A very good
I
example to
understand now.
practice this in is post plants. When the bomb is down, you have every reason not to swing because you need to stay alive. That's a very good time to be questioning yourself on why am I peeking, why am I not? Have we done an attack patterns video for every map? Yo, Levi, that is such a good video idea. You know what, man? I might have to note that down. Yo, man, if only that is such a good video idea. Why have I never thought about that before? I know, like, definitely I
How to
should
attack
100% like make a video on how to attack every pack. Maybe one day, bro. Maybe one day. Attack lines? What, you wanted me to draw in a blueprint for you? Buzz, alright. Why Mira on the left? Because that's just the better spot to put it here. Also, it kind of blocks running from vault. You see how it covers most of the here? So zombie is actually a very good example of like when to swing. Because look, I'm behind cover the entire time. If I expose myself to doing this, then obviously it's no. I gotta have a reason to swing. Now you don't have to have a concrete reason every time until you get higher rank. But you should be like, okay, oh, he threw a flashbang. That's a reason to swing like this.
Reloading.
Or if I feel like he's about to run in, you know, it's not a bad idea. It's not the worst idea to do. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna do it now.
Keep us strikes true.
So like here, like I'm only peeking if I have reason to check map control. But yeah, guys, like I don't recommend crouching and swinging unless you're trying to take on a close angle. This is a close angle like this, right? This is a close angle, right? But for the most part, you want to be standing because you move faster, which gives you more peekers advantage. So always be standing in your gunfights. That is crazy. Why don't you just shoot it down, bro? So again, I'm like on the verge of being exposed. But the second I hear someone walk in, I'm pre-firing.
Nice kill, man.
Now I'm gonna hold the angle.
I'm reloading.
Down to 15 seconds.
Hold on. So like this is an example here, right? I'm gonna
10
swing.
seconds to go.
3, 2, 1. I
Op
gotta
4
hold him.
last
You
stop
can't come
standing.
in. There you go. So like you see, I'm behind cover like 80% of the round until I get a very good reason. And if I'm behind cover, it means to stay alive, which means I'm alive to take on more swings and better gunfights. I'm not just swinging because I'm fucking bored and want to get kills. But your reasons to swing, again, shouldn't be like, oh, I want more kills. Your reason to swing should be, okay, how is this going to win us the round? I'm swinging because if I kill this person, they can't play the bomb. Like, you should be able to think about that kind of stuff as you get better at this game. When is the worst time to swing? The worst time to swing is when you have a huge advantage. Let's say you're on attack. You have a 4v2. Right? And the bomb's not down yet. Let's say you're in a post plant. You're in a post plant, diffuser's down, and you start taking aggressive gunfights for really no reason when you can just wait an extra 10 seconds. On defense, they have 15 seconds left, but you just start peeking. Or 30 seconds left, but you start peeking. Now, when I say is don't swing when it's risky, sometimes you have to swing when you're at a disadvantage. When you are down like 2 men, it's a 3v5. You gotta try to get those refrags.
Special charge. Stay clear.
Because you want an even score line. What am I doing? I don't normally push this way. Alright, a little bit of a later push by me.
You must recover the diffuser.
So what I did there was like a shy go peek. What the fuck? Why was that not a headshot?
W peek there. What a kill.
4 last operators.
Nice angle there.
No, I should have known, bro. He's going right side. I should have known, bro. He used Oryx, bruh. Unlucky, bro. That's unfortunate. It's all good though. What would you have done if the window next to you while playing a zombie instead you got open? Would you have fallen back, gave up some control, or you just kept trying to retake it? Oh, and Villa? I mean, it's so situational dependent. Most of the time, I would give it up and fall back to my other Azami that was an aviator. No such thing as only in Siege. You should never be using one tactic. Okay, that's very general. But no, I do agree, but I also disagree with you. I'd say there are very educated calculations with higher percents of winning. Siege is a game where anything can happen. So you should do things that have like an 80% win rate on doing something, an 80% chance of happening, of working. Hey, nice Capcan traps.
Must be located and
Captain's on the
defused.
mid door, opening on Captain's.
Azam's in the window. Did we not just say there's captains in the door, bro? Wow. Okay. I chose Ying here because...
Bro literally just walked in
Yeah,
after they
freaking
just
Captain
called
Shotgun?
That's hilarious.
Oh,
One op 4 remaining.
right. Okay, wow. A very
Usual
educational-
Blitz
very
player.
educational round.
Possible with bullet, locking outside, box.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser.
I don't know where she's at.
Lights on.
Let me know. Do you love the way you do it? Do you love the way you do it?
Op 4 eliminated.
Interesting. Let's go buck again. So I guess the way to set up a swing, if you were to implement it to your own game, is just practice taking a lot of cover. Think about it like if you're playing airsoft, right? Or like you're in a actual like real life simulation of using guns, right? You would want to take cover on like almost every kind of like door frame and shit. When you take cover,
Located a bomb.
you eliminate the chances of you getting killed by like 90%. But when you peek out, then that risk immediately goes up to like 90% chance you might die. But it gives you the advantage in a gunfight though. Okay, we're on drone. Why not? So you see, like again, I'm keeping a steady crosshair and just moving at the enemy. No need to like, oh, I don't know if I should peek this or not, or like, or no, you gotta like full commit, bro. Walk around like it's freaking T-Hunt.
Yeah, full.
Be more confident.
Go
Because
on.
ultimately,
Got a
you
full
might,
commit.
you're gonna run into a lot of people who are gonna have their back turned toward you, like this guy. Like wide swing, boom. Oh,
The video, man.
wait. There was lag right there.
Party house.
Give them a like.
There was
Nice
100%
video.
lag right
Good
there. I
information.
mean, we have the site, so like that's all that really matters, right? But you guys get the point. To make it very simple, if you know where someone is, just take the gunfight out. What the fuck is going on?
Op 4
But yeah, chat, what questions do you have about swinging in Siege? Are there any confusions on when you should swing or not? Well, like, I'll give you guys the how-to, the yeses and the nos of the swinging, right? You should swing when you need...
I just like I'm just like not confident enough, I guess, sometimes, where I'm just like, I don't know, like just scared to die, because when I die I kind of feel like I let my team down if I just die without getting a peck or anything. So but yeah, he's just he's said like multiple times, just gotta be confident, you gotta full commit, gotta send it when you actually go, don't be hesitant. So I guess my main question's been answered so far, but I'd like to hear other answers.
a refrag. Let's say a teammate dies in a room next to you. You should play pretty aggressive for the next like 10, like Let's say like a general rule is you have about like 10 seconds to avenge your teammate. Otherwise, you just kind of have to give it up. So in those 10 seconds, you're allowed to get aggressive. Another reason to swing could be like you have information on someone. Let's say you hear someone joining out here, and then you can be like, okay, I'll make a confident play. That's when you could play aggressive. Another one is when you hear gunshots happening near you, but they're not directed towards you, which means their attention is not to you.
They gotta go out.
So that gives you a reason to get the advantage on them. Another one is like, you just need Peeker's advantage. Let's say you're in a 50-50 gunfight, right? It is better to wide swing and commit to a swing sometimes than it is to just like kind of sit here and kind of hope for him to come. Because again, the player that's moving will get the movement advantage. There's no claim on here. So a good reason to swing here would be like, I'm gonna make an aggressive move based on information. Are they on the windows right now?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
The one in camera.
And what's up, my
Your location has been compromised.
It's fused. He's fused in the hallway.
Okay, well, a little bit of an impatient shot by me. I could have killed 2 people right there, but
Plaza's still out there holding windows, so be careful.
it's fine. I got a kill. I'm gonna peek this because he's about to hop in the window. Wait, what?
I'm reloading.
I'm gonna go back and hop out. I know it's a 5v3, but like, you know. Okay, so let's get the refrag. Let's get the refrag for now.
Right, refrag.
You have been spotted. Op 4, last operator standing.
W swings right there.
There we go. We got the. You see, even the teammate knows what the refrag is. So like, he knew another reason to swing was because Glass is out there. Is the swing or get swung perspective thing real in other games or just IRL and Siege? Wait, IRL? Wait, swing or be swung does not exist in IRL, bro. You don't respawn, bro. In Siege, I mean, I know that applies to any game, honestly, because even if there isn't a ping advantage, committing to your play and being confident will win you a lot more gunfights than you think. Like sometimes the enemy that you think is fucking super good, you decide to make that full swing on him and he's like looking at something else. And it's just completely different in your head. Like, oh, it was easier than I thought. As a defender, should you be aggressive on windows? Not necessarily. Only if the person playing on the windows is going to hinder your play style or your defense. Otherwise, you should just leave them alone. All right, so right now I'm like looking for a reason to swing. I'm trying to look for someone. Any sound cues that I can have. The window's open, which means someone might be over here. Scared the fuck out of me, dude. It's very important that you guys are not sprinting around the map, because if I was sprinting, that guy would have heard me. Wait,
Unfortunate.
what? Wait. What?
He's just holding that.
What?
Where are they? Are they upstairs?
No, they're in the kitchen. Yo, I cannot explain what I just died to, bro. Perspective and swing does only work in Siege or other games. Well, it depends on the game and the server and all that kind of stuff. But Peekers to Advantage exists in almost every game that has like is online. If a game has ping, then it's online. So yes, you should always use Peekers Advantage or understand it. Let's see if this Cade knows what Peeker's advantage is. All he has to do is wait for the Melusi banshee to go off, and then he has a reason to swing. So this is good by him.
Time expires in 10 seconds.
He's walking inside. No, he's inside, bro.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh my god, this is a hard watch. This is a hard watch.
Friendly victorious.
I didn't hear the Melusi go off.
It did go off, bro.
That's my bad, dog.
You just had a tunnel vision, bro. Peeker's advantage only works in games, not IRL. Yes, because Peeker's advantage is based on the latency of the server.
Yeah.
In IRL, you're playing on 0 ping, dog. There ain't no Peeker's advantage here.
IRL. That's you gotta do that, man. See some comments right here. Facts. You gotta get his charm and you gotta win games. I never knew that lions use drones in the jungle and then play off sound cues. Facts, dude. I use this video to eat. I mean, that's relatable. Alright. W video bias, you know? Like usual. Like the like almost every single video, if not all of our videos. Yeah. I don't own my